Hi, Chill. Good afternoon. Thank you for sacrificing your nap to come and spill tea with me.
Hello, hello, hello.
So,
Hey, happy, hey.
and not to put her on the spot, but Happy actually suggested that I cancel today's show. I was like, yeah.
Why?
Well, because Sherry, they weren't showing Sherry on TV today on Fox. They were pretty much playing like stuff about the
The
break
weather.
the hurricane.
Yeah, oh my God, it's worse than anybody anticipated.
Hmm.
People are in the threads now. I've lived here 50 years. I've never seen it like this. Places are flooding. Never saw flooding here before. Just like it's everywhere. People showing 3 to 4 feet, almost their first floor totally engulfed in water. Like, ooh, honey. I I just can't even imagine seeing that kind of water in my home. You know,
Yeah.
that is just devastating. And I think what 23 people dead so far.
Hmm. Somebody in Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe, a tree fell on their house and killed them.
Mm-mm.
So my heart goes out to anybody that's affected by that hurricane. But I
Indeed.
knew it was serious once I saw that they closed those Waffle Houses in Tallahassee. I was like, oh, this is serious, serious.
Yeah, that's what people were saying when Waffle House is closed. You better pay attention.
And that is very true because honey, Waffle House don't close. That's the thing.
Yes, so, and it turned out to be true. It was terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So I won't be able. Oh, I'm sorry.
they were saying the water's coming over the dam. The dam isn't failing itself. Like the structure is okay. It's just the water is coming over the top of it. So I guess they're gonna have to open it to release some of that pressure. That's gonna be catastrophic flooding downstream.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's what happens here. But the people want to live on the river, and I understand water living by water is nice, but when they open the dam,
Hmm.
it's not necessarily from the storm. They open the dam and then they flood there. It's like wow,
Girl,
they
you
like
can't pay me to live by no water, honey.
mm-mm. And then they rebuild. A lot of them rebuilt. They like houses like 10 feet in the air on those long stilts. Which I'm like, maybe that'll protect you, but what if you become disabled? How the hell are you supposed to get up there?
Right.
You know, everybody can't access that kind of home. You know,
And I'm
Ooh,
sitting here saying I won't live by no water. Like I don't live on a whole island, the the island of New York.
the whole island, that right at sea level, no less.
Oh, child.
Don't take but throw a penny in the water and the water come up. Like, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, that little hurricane y'all had what? How many years ago? Y'all don't know if you were living that in.
I was.
When pushed the water right on in the city because it's right at
Mhm.
sea level.
That was Hurricane Sandy, and luckily for me, where I was in Brooklyn, it really didn't affect my
It didn't.
neighborhood much. It was just like a bunch of rain,
Oh, okay.
but surrounding it, like people that were surrounding me, they got the worst of it. Woo, child, especially out there in Long Island.
Yep.
So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So anybody that comes in just comes in. But let's get
Okay.
started with the tea, honey. So, like I said, I won't have any Sherry show tea for today because I wasn't able to see the show due to the news being on. They did that with both Sherry and The View on ABC, so I wasn't able to see any of my morning TV today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But what I did see, I was able to look online and see some tea. And one of the first things I saw, unfortunately, I got to start off with some sad news. Maggie Smith unfortunately passed away at 89 years old.
Oh. She's a
So
good actress.
she was indeed, and may she rest in peace. And you see this said Whoopi Goldberg. Even though I didn't see the View posted this actual photo on their Twitter page where Whoopi, she must have said this on the show. She said, Maggie Smith was a great woman and a brilliant actress. I still can't believe I was lucky enough to work with the one of a kind.
Oh,
M- my heartfelt condolences go out to the family. So yeah, a lot of people mostly remember her from she was Mother Superior in the both Sister Act movies.
yeah,
And a
yeah.
lot of other people, like not me though, but a lot of people remember her as Minerva McGonagall from the Harry Potter franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, oh, happy she put Clash of the Titans in the chat. I didn't know she was in that. Who did she play in Clash of the Titans?
She's probably been in a lot of movies at her age.
Oh, she was Zeus's wife. Okay. And who was that? That was forgive my ignorance on Greek mythology. Wasn't that isn't that Athena? That's Zeus's wife, I think.
I don't know either.
And one thing I didn't know about Maggie Smith is that she actually both of her sons, Toby Stevens and Chris Larkin, they're both actors also. So I didn't know that. I saw that as I was doing my Googles today.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they both have been in like in quite a few projects. So they're not any regular degular actors.
Okay.
So good for them. Yep, it says Happy says she played a key role. So is Zeus's wife, I'm almost sure, I'm like probably like 85% sure that's Athena, the goddess of war,
Oh, let me look it up. Who is Zeus's wife?
right?
Let me. I'll be the Googler.
I appreciate that.
Name his wife. Hera.
Oh, Hera was his wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my bad. I think Athena was his sister then.
Let me see. She was also the sister of Zeus and the daughter of Cronus and Rhea. Some of the children that they had. I don't see anything about Athena. Let's see. Who was Athena?
Oh, okay. I knew I was. I just googled it myself. So Athena was Zeus's first wife.
Oh, so you
Oh,
was
excuse. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm lying. It says in Greek
oh,
mythology, Athena's mother was is that Metis, Metis, a nymph and the first wife of Zeus. So she was his daughter. My bad.
yeah, daughter.
My bad. I love me some Greek mythology.
Yeah, I like movies with Greek
This show
mythology.
on Netflix called I think it's called Chaos that has
Uh,
Jeff Goldblum in it.
I watched it.
You did? I didn't see it yet, but I put it on my watch list. A while. I was like, oh, I didn't know this is what this was about.
Yeah, it's good too.
It was okay. I'm glad you said that. Looks like I'm gonna have something to do over the weekend.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, of course, we can start off with some Diddy news. I always like to start off with some Diddy news to get it out the way. What's the freshest new Diddy news? And what we have today, I don't know if this link is going to show up. Let me see. Oh, it looks like it does. So Faith Evans is actually threatening to sue Honey. So
Mm.
remember, yes, remember when that book came out where that guy claiming that these were Kim's words, and he published that book that he got from a thumb drive and all that, and people that knew Kim, especially her children, are speaking out and say these are not my mother's words.
Mhm. Mhm.
The the book alleges that Faith Evans was pretty much hired to be a spy for Diddy. So she was hired to hang around Biggie and even fall in love with him and marry him, so that way she could report his behaviors back to Diddy.
Mm.
And the book alleges that Diddy had something to do with Biggie's death. So Faith Evans denies both of those claims.
She was a spy. Wow.
And I'm going to read the section in the article where she said, hmm So yep, it says the book claims Diddy used her to spy on Biggie Smalls, and that she always suspected that Diddy was behind his murder. Faith is horrified by the story because it actually uses her name. Diddy's reps has also spoken out, of course, and said that these accusations are false. And Faith Evans is considering taking legal action against the author of the Kim Porter book.
Wow.
hmm So that's that on that, honey. She said, just like Jada Pinkett, we suing.
Whew. Just more and more and more.
Just more and more mess. And I got some more mess for you, honey, with this next story.
Hey, Will. Welcome to the daytime tea.
Hey, my favorite Taurus.
Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord.
Lord, now her daddy talking. Okay.
Uh-huh. So the daddy, he broke his silence. But honestly, he really didn't say anything of substance. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was reading this. I'm like, no, he didn't.
What did he say?
So basically, and this article is just so I hate the way it looks. Somebody need to they need to hire Happy to do this web page.
Daily Mail.
hmm So where is the section at? I'm trying to scroll through this page so I can read what he said. His name is Jake Porter. He's actually a very, very good looking 78-year-old man. I was like, oh, he's 78? Wow. Standing at that door honey with that gold chain. Oh, I know he be having that gold chain dangling in some young girl face. But that's his business, not mine.
Get out that man's drawers.
And it said these big ass pictures they got in here. Okay, so it says today it is clear that Jake Porter's feelings for Diddy are complicated as he struggles to absorb the magnitude of the indictment brought against the rapper, which he's accused of a litany of heinous acts, including sex trafficking, kidnapping, arson, witness intimidation, obstruction of justice, and racketeering. Excuse me. Porter declined to comment on the latest charges beyond saying he was aware of them from the news but told Daily Mail, when I saw the video of what he did to Cassie Ventura, I was disgusted. But I don't really have much to say beyond that. He also added, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, I guess, but the truth will come out. And then it says he asked if he believed that the truth included any detail. Let's see, asked if he believed that truth included any new details of his daughter's death amid growing calls for the investigation to be reopened. Porter dismissed the previous investigation as a load of crap. The bereaved father, however, fell short of calling for any new investigation into Kim's cause of death, at the age of 47, which was ruled as natural and due to lobar pneumonia.
Yeah, she died of
But
pneumonia.
another another family member who spoke to Daily Mail yesterday on a condition of anonymity was far more forthright, stating, "If she was my daughter, I would be demanding the investigation to be reopened." So I wonder which family member was this, but they remained. And they said, "I remember Kim as a little girl. She was just the sweetest little girl," said the relative. "And I remember how she grew up to be so beautiful and talented. But I saw the change in her I saw the change in her when we visited her out in California when she was with him. She was changed. Something wasn't right. Now I feel in my spirit he's guilty, but justice will have to take its course."
Will has his hand up.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
Okay, so what I gathered from his statement was either A, he either got paid off, or two, he's still fearful of the power that P. Diddy has behind bars.
Wake it up, or a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Wake it up, because I'm like, this man really didn't say anything of substance, and I'm like, I'm with that anonymous relative. If this was my daughter, I would have a lot more to say.
Hence
Uh,
the anonymous part. There's a reason why they didn't want their name mentioned in the article.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think um, I've always said I think Kim was one of the first victims of COVID because of how she died with pneumonia. Now I'm
Yep.
sure that's documented, like at the hospital, that she died of pneumonia, and I think in order to give somebody something that would give them that, it would have to be some kind of poison. I mean, I think if she died under more suspicious circumstances, I would say maybe it would be good to reopen the case in her death. But she died of an obvious disease, so I'm not sure that that's the case with her. Not to say he didn't harm other people,
Mm-hmm.
but if I was her father, I would sort of also be wondering, like, is she in the tapes? Like, did she participate in bringing him, young girls, that kind of thing? Like, what was she doing? Because she's already said that she watched him do freaky stuff, and I'm sure she did some things too.
Yep.
She, so, but I don't think he killed her.
I'm with you. It's just that it's one thing that does give me pause is that the one who did the initial autopsy and how that person died, like that was just a little the timing. Like it could have very well been a coincidence, but I don't know. It's looking fishy.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh.
It wasn't what, Will?
a coinky dink.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Yep, and happy she put in the chat. Didn't they have two autopsies? They most certainly did.
Both, if memory serves me correctly, both of them were performed in New York, correct?
I don't give me the line. I think you're right. I don't even know the details.
well, he's mighty powerful if he had them fake a cause of death.
Hmm.
Um, if he's got that much power, my goodness.
Yeah, he definitely does have he has that much power. Oh, what happens in the Philippines a lot too? So happy she put in the chat. This happens in the Philippines like what? Like when they do multiple autopsies? Oh yeah, the powerful can manipulate autopsy reports. Hmm.
Yeah, just like, do we really believe Ivana Trump fell down the stairs and died? Now
No.
that would
Oh,
be
absolutely
questionable.
not.
That would be questionable. But and I believe powerful people who have that power, but to say he's that powerful, my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so I did my own little research, and the autopsy was performed in Los Angeles County that defuncts that. And she passed on November 15th, 2018. And when was the first case of the
I think
Rona?
end of 2019, I think, is when we really became aware that
Hmm.
something was happening. But that's not to say it wasn't here before, because a lot of Chinese people come to America. I mean, I think they could have had sporadic cases and not recognized, put the puzzle together yet. But it started coming together at the end of 2019. For sure, we knew something was going on.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Hmm. That's why I
So
said,
asked the question, how does it link to the dancer from the Ellen show? I didn't know that there was a link to. I was always just told that Twitch's death was a suicide.
yeah, but there's questions about that too. I saw a tweet something about Twitch and Ellen, being wrapped up in this some kind of way. I mean, this guy, if all of this is really true, it's damn near unbelievable that he's gotten all these people involved. But if he
Hmm.
had video of them, I mean, they say he was blackmailing people, so Twitch really may have committed suicide, but why?
Right.
Did he fear being exposed? I don't know. Interesting.
Maybe.
Hi, Quinn. Welcome to the daytime tea.
Yes. Hey, boo. So now I'm gonna share a story. Now this is the story that I was gonna do yesterday. Y'all may have already heard about this, but Issa Rae threw a little bit of shade. So I just shared an article from The Root where you see it says Issa Rae apparently finally breaks her silence on Amanda Seals, dot, 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 and it's messy. It was a little messy. It was a little, so basically, long story short, if y'all don't remember, Amanda Seals went on that interview with Shannon Sharp, and she pretty much was just, talking about how her reputation, Amanda Seals' reputation in the industry was a little, it was tarnished, and there was like that infamous story about Amanda being like at that event, and Issa's publicist had her thrown out because she didn't want her to sit at the table with them. So basically, Amanda was just like, she said, now it's at a point where my protect, because Amanda Seals never really like spoke on Issa Rae out, and she always had smoke for the publicist, but not Issa. And Amanda says in the Shannon Sharp interview, now it's at a point where my protecting of Issa has become turned on, turned on to me, and something that people are using against me. There's a whole narrative that is completely false and that people keep on spinning. So basically, at this Issa Rae, she was at I guess this was some kind of event for her wine brand called Via Ray. And somebody asked her, was there anybody that she will never work with again? And she was like, yeah, people who go on podcasts and talk shit about me. Oh,
I mean,
so that's
before
that on that. I hate that because I actually loved Amanda on Insecure.
I even knew anything about Amanda, just listening, because I told you she dominates the morning radio market here, and
Hmm.
she just turned me off just by, her conversation on the radio. I'm like, who is this chick? And why is she in our market? Because I didn't know her. And I remember just taking a
Yeah.
drive just to charge my battery up in my car. And remember how I told you she say her name over and over and over and over?
Hmm.
Like, girl, okay, it's the Amanda Seals show. Okay, you're Amanda Seals. Okay. She kept repeating her name, and I'm like, is that really necessary? I don't know. She rubs me the wrong way. And that's before I knew anything about her, who she was, or anything.
Yeah, that's not unusual, believe it or not. There's actually there's a lot of people who are not here for her. I am not one of those people. I happen to be a huge fan, but I can also understand why she would rub people the wrong way. She's very in your face.
Hmm.
You really can't tell her much of anything. There's no conversation with her. She says she
Yeah.
says it like she means it and means it like she says it. Even if she's wrong, she'll stand down on that wrong.
10 toes.
Mhm.
Not me and Auntie agreeing on something. Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
Yay!
Let me write this down.
But yeah, she's kind of we all kind of grew up with her. A lot of us watched My Brother and Me when it was on, excuse me, a lot of millennials watched My Brother and Me when it came on Nickelodeon, and she played Dion on that show. So now the only thing I didn't like when she tried to make music, honey, she tried to do it under the name like Amanda Diva, and then her little brief time in Floetry, I wasn't here for it, but I love her personality, and I love that she's pro black, pro woman, pro queer. So I like her.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers also. I think the only misstep, and I don't think it was necessarily her own doing, is when she stepped in to be the replacement in Floetry. I don't think that was
Hmm.
necessarily her fault. However, it wasn't the best fit, and everybody knew it, including herself. But yeah, she's been such a focal point. So I'm not quick to kind of dismiss anything that she says, especially regarding to this issue with Issa Rae, considering who she is and how long she's been in the industry. There's merit there to what she's saying. And a lot
Hmm.
of times the majority of folks, especially in today's society, have recency bias, and so naturally, yes, Issa Rae is the newer of the two. Excuse me, she's the more popular between the two. However, it doesn't make what Amanda says less valid because of that. So yeah, I definitely think people should take her a little more seriously, because what she says has a lot of merit.
Agree
Mm-mm.
200%. Oh!
I'm gonna pull a wheel now. Mm.
Now, one thing she does recently that she started doing, Funky Dineva would actually bring her on his show where they'll have like a political corner. Like she actually, her and Funky Dineva dissected Project 2025 for those who didn't really know about it. And I love that they did, and I love how they did it. So I think we need more things like that. It's because it's a lot of people, unfortunately, in our community that just refuse to read. They'll listen to you, but they just won't read it for themselves. So I like that she and Funky Dineva did that. Okay, what's the next story I got for y'all? A little bit of mess. So y'all remember not too long ago, I can't remember exactly which show, but we talked about Jennifer Williams getting married to that scammer.
Mm-hmm.
So now it turns out that that marriage might not even be real.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
And
Now
you
she
would be
pulled a
surprised.
Yandy.
And she pulled the end, and you would be surprised at who woke it up. It was actually Al Reynolds who woke it up. Y'all remember Star Jones' ex-husband?
Yes.
He was the one because Al, I actually really enjoy him a lot, and I watched him on TGIF when it was on Fox Soul before it got canceled. I was watching that for about a good 2 years. Al, he kind of made a name for his himself being on that show as the research guy. So anytime that he brought up anything, he would always have his facts, and things of stuff written down of research that he's done about a specific topic. So he likes to look things up, and he looked up that because you know how marriage license is public record.
Right.
He was trying to find one for Jennifer and Christian, but wasn't able to. So another attorney, some look like her name is Simone Redwine. She insists that she also wasn't able to find a marriage license between the two. And she said on her podcast, like, if there's been anybody affected by Christian, then I will be happy to represent you pro bono.
Wow. So for ratings, go ahead,
Messy,
Will.
messy, messy.
You know, to that point, honestly, there are some states where the parties involved could ask for their records to be private. Now, California is one of those states, so
Oh,
that may not necessarily be accurate. So she may be married, however, she didn't want it to be public knowledge. If it were in one of those states where they're able to keep it somewhat private.
oh, that's
Could
good
that
to know. Thanks, Will.
could that have been a means of shielding herself against any um, suits or whatever that could come up since he's a scammer? That
Correct.
she could claim they're not legally married. Huh. Interesting.
You know what? They're happy sharing the chat about Cola Booth. I'm a fan of Cola Booth as well. Let me see what this tweet that she put. This did it. That. Ooh, it looked like something I need to bookmark, honey. But yeah, if y'all don't know who, y'all remember when Cola Booth, honey, like how I got to know her because they was talking about her when she was Bin Laden's side piece.
Bin Laden.
Yes, girl. She sure was, honey. They was doing the net. Well, you know he had a thing for black women anyway, honey, particularly Whitney Houston.
I don't know nothing about Bin Laden.
Oh, well, yes. He had the biggest crush on Whitney Houston. Yep, so happy. I just bookmarked this to see what Cole talking about, honey. Yeah, anything I believe she wrote a book as well. She's a feminist. So yeah, she speaks. She's very big on women's rights and so a lot of women's wrongs. I appreciate her.
Hmm.
Hey, Quinn.
Hi. OG Twitter folks, OG Black Twitter folks definitely know Cola and know the fact that yeah, she was Osama's um side piece. She has a lot of history and a lot of things. Like she has been around for a lot of different I don't want to say scandals, but just different people who have in present times had issues. Um, but yeah, that's my girl. And someone said recently they was like, "This how you know something is amiss when she makes a return," because she had stopped tweeting, I think, and recently she's made a resurgence back on the timeline. So yeah.
I've seen her name.
Hmm. Yeah, just like Quinn said, honey, the OG Twitter folks, honey, we know, honey, because she used to cause a lot of ruckus on that timeline.
Facts, big facts.
And look, happy she remembers now. All I had to do was just bring up being live, and she remember. Oh, I remember. I told y'all Happy loves mess just as much as I do. And I got some news that y'all, I'm like almost positive that neither one of y'all is gonna care about this news, but we can still talk about it. Lana Del Rey was just married, and it says she marries alligator tour guide Jeremy. Is that Dufresne? Jeremy Dufresne in Louisiana.
Well, that's nice.
Right. Congrats to them. And honey, he looked like he could be her daddy, honestly. But shoot,
wasn't there
I get it,
wasn't there
girl.
wasn't there people like trying to make it a thing, like make it controversy because he's regular? Like, oh, she just dated somebody regular. I was like, I mean, some people just want that. Why y'all in her business? Don't do that.
I guess, honey. I mean, cause she always, even though I love that Born to Die album a lot, Lana Del Rey has always gave me trailer trash, honey. No shade, but it always gave me trailer trash.
And now she proving it, huh? No, no, alligator wrangler girl.
So good for them. All right, that's that on that. Next thing, please. What else I got for y'all? Child, I never, ever, ever thought in a million years that I would agree with somebody like Megan Kelly.
What?
Girl, let me show you. Cause so y'all remember Zach Bryan and how he pretty much deleted his Twitter account for what he tweeted when he was saying how Kanye is
Mm-hmm.
better than Megan pretty much asked him, "Where are your balls?" and I, and I agree with her. So we got it's about a 90-minute clip, and I want to apologize in advance, y'all. I hate that y'all got to hear this lady's voice for 90 seconds, but it was a good thing to watch together. I'm sharing the link, but I'm also gonna share my screen so we can watch this together. All right, where's the video? Was it the one up top? Oh, TMZ Live is on right now. Is this it? Where is the video? Okay, give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing for 1 second and so I can find this video.
Well, I could kind of understand how you agree with that, even though she's still
Yeah,
atrocious. She's atrocious.
very much so. Okay, I think I got it up. No, let me let this ad go by. And we're gonna watch her words together and then discuss.
Potential danger and devouring seals. Let's avoid killing references and managing food supply. Approved. See? full news boost, visibility for whatever you run. Start your free trial at Monday.com.
Brian poured his heart out, apparently hoping to stop the Swiftie mob from their hideous attacks. Look at this. I wasn't coming for Taylor the other night. I was drunkenly comparing two records and it came out wrong. I know there's a lot of stuff that clouds around Yay, and I was speaking purely musically. I love Taylor's music and pray you guys know I'm human and tweet stupid things often. Hope one day I can explain this to her. Twitter gets me in trouble too much, and I'd say it's best I stay off of it. I'm sorry to any Taylor fans I pissed off or let down. Love you guys, and I'm trying my best. Oh my God, I have secondhand embarrassment. Bring back our men. That wasn't it. Wasn't done. He continued. It just came off as rude and desensitized to Taylor. I respect her so much as a musician that the last thing I want is people thinking I don't appreciate and love what she has done as a musician, he wrote, before closing it out with, don't drink and tweet. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Zach Bryan. Where are your balls? Mankind would like to know. That's the lesson, Zach. Don't drink and tweet, sure. Here's another. If you're thinking of daring to say that you prefer someone else's, especially somebody who's endorsed Trump, music more than Taylor Swift, well, you can't say that. Oh wait, this is America.
Did y'all see- That thing had me screaming, honey. I'm sorry. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes racists can be funny, but I won't never tell them that to their face. I will never, like what that girl Queen Op said, like, I can never give you a 10 because I don't like you. But you ain't that one little thing.
That one little thing.
But no, she's absolutely, and it was just like what he tweeted. Like people have tweeted much, much, much worse. And I think his problem was he just didn't want any smoke with the Swifties.
Mm-hmm.
But child, please. Well, that's that on that. Did y'all have anything to add, or we could just go on to the next thing?
No, we can
Next case.
pass on the bypass.
Chancellor Suge Knight is still talking, and he actually said something that, baby, we got to look at this together. It's another clip about I want to say maybe a minute. So I just shared the link. So this is from hotnewhiphop.com, and Suge Knight, he shared something that they do. Apparently, allegedly, they do this in Hollywood. They have a boiled egg test. Now, I want y'all to listen to him as he describes what a boiled egg test is, and then we're gonna discuss it. Okay, let me find the I'm gonna share this one too. We're gonna listen to this one together. Okay. Ooh, what is you doing, honey?
They had these guys. It's called the boiled egg test. You can take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg. Adam's guys put their pants down, been over and stick it up their ass. The egg is break. Shit ain't not ready yet. They ain't put enough working. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Okay, maybe their website was doing too much for me to try to share. Let me maybe go to this Instagram and we'll watch it from there.
Yeah,
But
because
did y'all hear where he started saying they put a
you put a ball egg up there, up the butt.
up the butt, right? So I'm mm,
Of the person that's
let
getting
me find it again.
the bottom. The bottom person.
I guess so.
Oh, okay. Like,
Let me see, because we wanted, because Chris Cuomo, he asked him like a follow-up question.
yeah, because it was breaking up on the
Now
bottom.
it's making me log into Instagram on my computer. Ugh, y'all are so annoying.
Well, while you're doing that, what's up, Will?
So I have a question, right? Are we talking like a medium-sized egg, a large-sized egg?
Triple A
I
size egg.
exactly, yeah. That there's some unanswered questions there, but that's the gist of what he was talking about. And to be honest with you, it's really not that surprising.
Honestly, Will, I think knowing that we dealing with a whole bunch of sadists, I think these were very large, cage-free organic eggs that they were sticking up in these men's booties.
Oh my God.
Not cage free organic.
So
Oh,
so basically what he's saying is if you hear a sound when they fart, they're not ready yet.
I guess because I have
Okay.
so many questions. So
Yeah,
hold on,
I'm very confused.
we gonna go back to it and finish out with
yeah, I want to hear.
but I'm actually on the Instagram page now. This should be much better. Oh, well, I thought it was. How you turn the volume? Oh, the volume's not on. My bad, y'all. I told you I don't use Instagram much.
If you take a ball egg, a raw ball egg, have them guys put their pants down, bend over, and stick it up their ass. The eggs break. They say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second.
You just look. All you gotta do is
I have never heard of anything like that. So if I haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people haven't heard that before. But you think it's on video?
1 second. Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, sure.
Okay. They have these guys. It's called the ball egg test. If you take a ball egg, a raw ball egg, have them guys put their pants down, bend over, and stick it up their ass. The eggs break. They say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like that.
So, egg sound like it still got the shell on it.
Exactly, because first of all, he said a boiled egg, but then he goes on to say a raw boiled egg, and I'm like, well, wait, that's an
Right.
oxymoron,
Right. Definitely.
and I'm just confused by the whole thing. So it's just not, it's not, and y'all know I'm not approved, so I've lived, honey, but I'm just trying to, it's not, it's not coming together,
It makes sense that it'd be raw because that
and
way the
then
shell
like.
will collapse and you could get it out.
And I'm like, well, what would cause it to break? Is it the tightness of the rectum or something like that? I don't know. And if it doesn't break, then that means the rectum has been compromised. I don't know what he means by that.
They haven't put in work. If it breaks, that means it's too tight.
Mhm. Or they just might be somebody like me, honey, put in all the work. But as long as you tell everybody your version, they have no choice but to take your word for it. Because
Auntie,
I know my egg will
Uh,
break. I don't know about y'all.
can I take the
Auntie,
mic of the host?
Lord have mercy.
Can I take over this show?
My egg will break. So
Okay, Auntie. Thank
Just
you.
a mess. Lord have mercy.
Thank you for that information.
I'm gonna tell the church
yes.
mothers.
Oh boy.
And y'all may have seen this story going up and down y'all timeline. Will Ferrell, he said trans rights, and I like him for it. So it appears that he's on a press run for this documentary that he's doing about him and his friendship for with Harper, what's that person's last name? Harper Steele, and Harper Steele is a trans person. It says that the two met in the 1990s during their careers at SNL. Steele came out as transgender 30 years into their friendship, And the documentary, which was bought by Netflix after its premiere at Sundance, finds the two comedians on a road trip across America as they rediscover their friendship following Steele's transition. So he basically saying like anybody, like he said, if the trans threat if the trans community is a threat to you, then it stems from not being confident or safe with yourself. And he's absolutely right. It's kind of refreshing, and I hate that we celebrate people for doing like basic human decency, but we really don't even see stuff, especially not from no cishet man, no cishet white man that
Mm-hmm.
that actually speaks out in favor of the of trans people. So it's nice to see, and I appreciate him for
Amen.
it. As a, Auntie, tell us about your NC governor trying to run for governor. I hope you ain't talking about no Mark Robinson. Girl, don't even get me started on that, girl. We don't speak that man's name. We don't know her.
Yeah, he's a waste of human skin.
Hmm. Dude really said girls want an abortion because they don't know how to keep their skirts down or something. He said, I'm like,
Why
uh,
he
uh.
pumping everything? The sister, the come on, man. He
So basically,
said,
he was talking about his own mama. Got it.
Oh,
"Yep,
mm-hmm.
yeah, he mentally ill for real." I can only imagine what his wife goes through.
I don't feel sorry for her. That helper, you sitting there sitting beside that man, honey. Even though she got that sad look on her face, she's just sitting there sitting beside, like, oh, I'm gonna stand by her man. And women like her, these are the kind of women that would rather have a terrible man than no man at all.
Yeah, she's
Like
definitely.
you said, the fact that you could just sit there and sit beside that man and he spews all that hatred, especially towards women, is wild to me.
Yep, she is. She just gone.
And since we was having trouble with that last web page, I think it's best for me to go to through Instagram like I did with the last one. So the next story I have is about Benzino. Are y'all familiar with? I know y'all familiar with Benzino and his no neck having behind,
Mm-hmm.
but are y'all familiar with DJ Search or MC Search? Excuse me, MC.
Don't know that person.
Well, he's one of the white rappers who's been in like he started very early in his career, like in the '90s. He was very popular, and Benzino was pretty much talking about how he had to rush him on stage because he cracked the joke. But then I share it with y'all. Go ahead, Will.
What is he searching for if that's his name?
Probably some melanin because he wanted black.
Um, um,
So Benzino rushed MC Search on stage.
Yes, he did indeed. And we
Okay.
about to hear him talk about it.
You know, see,
One, I don't think this is the video I was watching. Let me see. What hell with it? Let me try to play. If it gives us trouble on the web page, then I'll just try again. But the web page actually had the clip. And yes, Happy, that's a good idea. That watch party. Well, first I need to see how long that documentary is. If it's like in like 3 or 4 parts, they can just keep that because I don't want to see that.
Whose documentary?
Will Ferrell's and Harper Steele's.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm sharing this page here. We're gonna go scroll down to the video
You just passed it. I
and get
thought.
this
Oh, never mind.
right here. I'm trying to get this ad out the way. Mm.
well, MC Search was cool, but he did some sucky shit one time at a show. He was in Virginia in '91 on a Source tour. It was us, Roxanne Shante, MC Search, a bunch of other people. And one of the guys, I was with a group called R. That was my rap group from Boston. Almighty R. So, and he had just killed it too. I mean, we changed it up. I don't know if he was jealous. He goes on stage and was like, "Get him out so dope." But one like Humpty Hump. He talking about Malcolm and shit. Malcolm, kind of like big nose and light skin. I know it's a joke, but we watched that stage so quick, snatched his up, made him apologize to the whole crowd. After that, he left on tour. That's my MC Search story.
Is that breaking to anybody else or just me?
No, it's breaking to me too.
Because I
Oh, it said, oh, I think it was happening for Happy too. Is the video speed playing fast for all of you?
yeah, it's I didn't really get the gist of what he was saying, to be honest. Something
Oh,
about a joke, and he ran off
well, what
the
he
stage.
said was, yep, he said that MC Search they was on tour. They were all on tour, and it was him, Roxanne Shante, and some other people. MC Search was one of the people that was on stage, and after they performed, Benzino was with a group at the time. And one of the dudes, MC Search said about one of the dudes in the group, he was like, is it just me or do that dude look like Humpty Hump? So they didn't like that. They went up to they bum rushed the stage, pretty much grabbed him and made him apologize for that. And then after that, MC Search ended up leaving the tour. That's what Benzino was saying.
That was an insult because he looked like
I
Humpty,
guess.
huh? Oh man,
He could have kept that one.
yeah, people just be tripping for no reason, no luggage.
But y'all know Benzino, honey. He always thought he was that guy, honey.
Mm,
And honestly, had it not been for love and hip hop, I probably would be like, oh, I mean, he did his thing. You know, he was the what was he the founder of Source magazine or whatever. But baby, love and hip hop really opened up my eyes to him. That man is something else.
yeah, he could have just, Lord have mercy. I don't blame MC Search. Leave them crazy ass niggas alone.
Hmm.
If that pissed them off.
And one of the last stories I have for y'all today, which I thought that we about to be nosy and get all up in people's pocketbooks. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with this one. It's no video, but we're just gonna look through the web page together. So I was able to find on justjared.com, and you will be so. I was actually surprised that at one of these. Let me see. Oh, why is it at number three already? Okay, why are we being bootlegged? Okay, here we go. So it starts with at number 11. So it says that Peter Alexander, who I'm not familiar with him, so I don't know if I've ever seen any. Because really, when it comes to the Today Show, the only one I really watch, if any, would be the 9 o'clock hour, the third hour, because that's the one with the most black people on there. But Peter Alexander, he has an estimated net worth of 1.5 million. Then it goes to Kristen Walker. She has a net worth of estimated net worth of 3 million. Let me continue. The slide numbering still weirding out when you shut down a screen share, but it shouldn't affect other things. Hmm. Can y'all even see the page I'm sharing?
No, I see a black screen with a play button in the middle.
Oh well, hell, it won't even sharing the And on top of that, it looks like y'all in here double. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can show it to happen. Oh, refresh. Okay, yep. I've refreshed and y'all look normal now. Well, anyway, so I guess because I was having trouble with the web page, I won't go through the whole web page, but I was actually surprised at who they had at number one, who makes the most out of that network, and it's not Hoda Kotb, who I thought it was initially. Can y'all take a guess who it might be?
On the Today Show,
Uh-huh.
um, Al Roker.
You are ding ding ding. You are absolutely right. He is the top earner, and I'm happy to see it. And now I'm sitting here wondering if he and Deborah might want a third, because I'm available.
You so fast. Yeah, Al
But that
Roker's
was all of
been
the
there
hot tea I had. Oh,
longer than anybody, right? That's on there right now.
he has indeed. Yep. And when I tell you, I love me some Al Roker. He just reminds me of that uncle who's cool with everybody at the family reunion, who always checks on you to see how you doing, how your
Yeah.
school doing, how your job search is going. He just gives me that energy, and I love him for it. But I want to thank you all for coming to sip hot tea with me. That was all the hot tea I had for y'all today. Before I wish y'all a great weekend, did anyone have anything that they want to share or any tea that I may have missed?
Well, I think you caught everything I've seen.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend, everybody. You're gonna have you a good old Libra weekend, honey. This nice Libra season.
I'm probably gonna be asleep because I'm recovering from being out yesterday. But next week I'll be outside.
Hey.
Don't hurt yourself, girl. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh no, no. When people be out, they be saying outside, they be talking about partying and all that good jazz. I'm be outside like on the beach in the sun,
Traveling.
eating
Yeah.
good food. You know what I'm saying? Dealing,
Yeah.
talking to people. You know
Okay. All right.
what
Well, you enjoy.
Hell.
I'm saying?
Well, y'all, we have completed another successful week of Auntie Derek's daytime tea. And there wouldn't even be a show without y'all support. So I appreciate y'all support more than you can imagine, more than words can even express. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for sipping tea with me, and y'all have a fabulous weekend.
You
Thanks,
too. We love you too,
everybody.
Auntie. Bye.